press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello children, welcome back to the video classes. Today let us discuss part 9 in organic chemistry of some basic principles and techniques. In the previous class we discussed about the classification of organic compounds. Broadly, organic compounds are classified into two types based on carbon skeleton. Open chain compounds, they are also called aliphatic compounds, and closed chain compounds, they are also called cyclic compounds or the ring compounds. So on the basis of nature of the carbon chain, whether it is open chain of carbon atoms or the ring structure of carbon atoms, we can classify it into aliphatic and the cyclic or the closed chain compounds. Now, further, aliphatic compounds are classified into saturated and unsaturated depending on the nature of the bond between the carbon atoms. If only single sigma bond is present, then they are classified as saturated compounds. When double and triple bonds are present between the carbon atom, then they are classified as unsaturated compounds. And example for saturated compounds are alkanes, and examples for unsaturated compounds as alkenes and the alkynes. And I have mentioned the general formula to represent the series of alkanes, alkenes and the alkynes. Now, in a second category of the organic compounds, closed chain compounds or the cyclic compounds or the ring compounds. So, where we have only carbon atoms in the ring structure or the closed chain, then they are called homocyclic, and one or two heteroatoms, if it is present in a closed chain along with the carbon atoms, then they are classified as heterocyclic compound. So let us move on to the next classification. So in the last class we discussed about closed chain compounds, closed chain compounds. So closed chain compounds further classified into two types. Further classified into two types, that is homocyclic or carbocyclic, and second one heterocyclic, heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic compounds are the carbocyclic compounds are the heterocyclic compound. So these are the two categories that we discussed in the last class under closed chain compounds. Further, these are classified into two types. Again, heterocyclic compounds are also classified into two types. What are those? Heterocyclic compounds are also classified into two types. What are those? So alicyclic, homocyclic compounds, alicyclic compounds, and aromatic compounds. Alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds, here also they are classified into aromatic compounds and alicyclic compounds. Alicyclic compounds. Okay. Further, this aromatic compounds are classified into two types. Further, aromatic compounds are classified into two types. What are those? Benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Non-benzenoid compounds. Benzenoid, aromatic, compounds. Benzenoid aromatic compounds, non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So this completes the classification. So cyclic compounds are classified based on what is the type of atoms present in a closed chain as homocyclic and heterocyclic. In homocyclic we have only one type of atom called carbon atom, and in heterocyclic along with the carbon we have one or two hetero atoms, say oxygen, nitrogen and the sulfur. Further, homocyclic or the carbocyclic compounds are classified into alicyclic aromatic compounds, and aromatic compounds are further classified as benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Again, heterocyclic compounds is classified into aromatic and alicyclic compound. Further, aromatic is classified into benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Now let us consider first homocyclic compounds, alicyclic, aromatic, benzenoid and non-benzenoid compounds. Now what do you mean by alicyclic compounds? They are nothing but the homocyclic compounds. Let me give the example. So this is the example for homocyclic, alicyclic. So homocyclic, alicyclic. So this is the example for So this is an example for homocyclic, alicyclic. So these are the examples for homocyclic, alicyclic. So they are cyclic compounds, no doubt, because they are having closed chain of carbon atoms. Why they are homocyclic? Because they are containing only carbon atoms in a closed chain. But the difference in the compound where we have alicyclic here, we are giving alicyclic compound. This is the example for alicyclic compound because they are aliphatic in nature but containing ring structure. So these compounds very much resembles alkenes. They very much resembles alkanes and alkenes. The only difference between alicyclic and the alkanes and alkenes is that in alkanes and alkenes there is an open chain of carbon atoms, and here we have the ring structure of carbon atoms. And the first member of alkane and alkene series, first member of alkane andre methane ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, containing one carbon, and the first member of alkene andre ethene, it starts with two carbon atoms. But alicyclic compounds are nothing but, here let me take out this heterocyclic. Alicyclic compounds are also called aliphatic cyclic. Aliphatic cyclic means they show a property of aliphatic compounds but they containing ring structure. Hence the compounds are called alicyclic compounds or aliphatic cyclic compound. As I said, the first member of alkane is methane containing one carbon. First member of alkene is ethene which containing two carbon atoms. But in case of alicyclic compound, the compound with three carbon atom is the first member. So the first member starts with three carbon atoms because minimum three carbon atoms required for the formation of ring structure. ಒಂದು ರಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ 3 ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ದ ಅಲಿಸೈಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ 3 carbon atoms. So that is the only difference between aliphatic compounds and the alicyclic compounds. They are nothing but the aliphatic compounds but containing ring structure of carbon atoms. So, and along with that, the carbon chain may contain only single sigma bond, or it may also contain one or two or three double bonds. So, the compound, this type of compounds containing triple bond is very, very rare, because that is less stable compared to that of this. So, only single bond is there, means this type of compounds, then you can call it as cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes, and these compounds, there we are having double bond, then they are called cycloalkenes. So cycloalkanes means alicyclic compounds where the carbon atoms in a ring structure are joined by only single sigma bond. What do you mean by cycloalkenes? The homocyclic, aliphatic or alicyclic compounds where in a carbon chain which containing ring structure of carbon may contain one or two double bond between the carbon atom. Then they are called cycloalkenes. So further we can classify alicyclic compounds into two types, cycloalkanes and the cycloalkenes. In cycloalkanes we can find only single sigma bond between the carbon atoms. In cycloalkenes we can get one or two double bond inside the ring structure. So there may be a presence of one or two double bond between the carbon atoms. So let me give the name of these compounds. Examples for alicyclic compound. So examples for alicyclic compounds. This is cyclopropane. See, in case of alicyclic compounds, we had to use the prefix cyclo here. Cyclo, if we use as a prefix, then it itself indicates it is alicyclic compound. So alicyclic compounds are the homocyclic compounds where the carbon chain is made up of either single sigma bond or two or more double bond, two or more double bonds or one or two double bonds inside the closed chain of carbon atoms. So the difference between the aliphatic and alicyclic is that they are nothing but the aliphatic compounds but containing ring structure. In case of aliphatic we can find open chain of carbon atoms, and this is cyclopropane and this is cyclobutane and this is cyclopentane, and this is, how many carbon atoms are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, cycloheptane. What is this called? Cycloheptane. Now, let me give cycloalkenes. Cyclobutene. Why it is butene? Because there is a double bond, therefore we had to use the suffix as -ene, and single bond is there, then you have to use the suffix -ane. Ethane, ethene. Similarly, cyclopropane, cyclobutane, cyclopentane, cycloheptane, and even you can give cyclohexane. What is cyclohexane? Containing 6 carbon atoms. Cyclohexane. Now, let me give one more example for this. Cyclopentadiene. So cyclopentadiene. Diene means there are 2 double bonds in the compound, therefore it is diene. Now let me give one more example. What is the name? Cyclohexene. And one more example. One more example is, it is cycloheptriene. cycloheptatine. Why it is triene? Because there are 3 double bond inside the closed chain of carbon atoms. So these are the examples for alicyclic compounds. They are nothing but the aliphatic compounds but containing ring structure, and the ring structure may contain only single sigma bond between the carbon atoms, or it may containing double bond between the carbon atoms. Hence they are called alicyclic compounds. Further, they are classified into 2 types. If you want, you can write itself here: cycloalkanes and cycloalkanes. Cycloalkanes and the cycloalkanes. Clear? So this is the one type in a homocyclic compound. What's the second type? Aromatic compound. Aromatic compound. So homocyclic compounds are further classified as aromatic compound. So then what is the difference between alicyclic and aromatic? So let us consider what do you mean by aromatic compound. So, if I ask a question, right, like give an example for aromatic compound, means definitely you are going to give benzene. Benzene is a aromatic compound. Secondly, you can give toluene as an example for aromatic compound. But look at here, aromatic compounds are further classified into benzenoid aromatic, non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. Means the compounds which are aromatic may contain benzene ring, may not contain benzene ring. So organic compound aromatic agidre adralli benzene ring irbodu athwa ildene irbodu. There are many compounds which do not containing benzene ring, but they are aromatic. Remember, therefore aromatic compounds are classified into 2 types: benzenoid aromatic compounds, non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So let me give the examples for this. In case of benzenoid aromatic compound and non-benzenoid aromatic compound, so we have to find out the aromatic character in a given compound. When the aromatic character in a compound, if we find the aromatic character in a compound which may contain benzene ring or which may not contain benzene ring, then that compound becomes aromatic. If ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು compound ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ aromatic character ಇದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we can say that that compound is aromatic. But how to find the aromatic character in a given organic compound? So before going to this category, let me give what do you mean by aromatic character. What do you mean by aromatic character? So aromatic character can be determined on the basis of Huckel rule. On the basis of Huckel rule. On the compound kottaga, we need to find out whether that compound is aromatic or not on the basis of Huckel rule. Then what is the statement of this rule? A cyclic conjugated planar molecule containing 4n plus 2 pi electrons. 4n plus 2 pi electrons. 4n plus 2 pi electrons, where the value of n is 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So actually this concept is in your second unit of organic chemistry called hydrocarbons. But this aromatic character by a Huckel rule is needed to classify this as benzenoid and non-benzenoid. So therefore the Huckel rule says that a cyclic planar conjugated compound containing 4n plus 2 pi electrons are aromatic in nature. So the given compound must be cyclic. What do you mean by cyclic? Which containing a closed chain of carbon atoms, or that chain may also contain 1 or 2 hetero atoms. The given compound must be cyclic. It must be planar. What do you mean by planar? All the atoms present in a same plane. So the molecule to be planar, the atoms present in a ring must undergo sp2 hybridization. If sp2 hybridized atom is present in a ring structure, definitely the molecule becomes planar, because as we know that when carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization, what the shape, geometrical shape I have given? Trigonal planar. Therefore, the molecule must be cyclic, it must be planar, and the given compound must be conjugated. Very important. What do you mean by conjugation in a molecule? Very simple. Conjugation in a molecule indicates presence of double and a single bond at the alternate positions. Or let me give in a carbon chain. See here. So there is a alternate, at the alternate position we have double and a single bond in a carbon chain, and that indicates the conjugation. So this type of conjugation must be present in a cyclic structure. So this is the one type of conjugation. This is called conjugation between pi bond and a pi bond. In a double bond we have one sigma bond and one pi bond, one sigma bond and one pi bond. At the alternate position we have only double bond. Therefore this conjugation is called pi to pi conjugation. Pi to pi conjugation. Pi to pi conjugation means presence of double bond at the alternate positions. Second one, the compound may be of this type, single, and there may be a lone pair of electrons which may present here. So at the end, the carbon may attach it to any other atom and which containing a pair of electron it, and this is called lone pair of electrons. Lone pair of electrons. L-O-N-E, lone pair of electrons. So this atom attached to this carbon chain, and here we have at the alternate position double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, and a lone pair of electron. So the atom containing lone pair of electron. What do you mean by lone pair of electron? A pair of electrons present in the valence shell of a given atom, but that does not take part in bond formation. ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅಂತ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಕರೀತೀವಿ? ಲೋನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ. ಸೊ BP, LP, UP. BP, LP, UP. Bonded pair of electrons, a pair of electrons between the two combining atoms, bonded pair of electrons. LP, lone pair of electrons, a pair of electrons present in a valence shell of the combining atom, but they do not involved in bond formation. Nitrogenal bharathe, one pair of electron. So 2s2, that does not involved in bond formation because it is already completed with the 2 electrons. So completely filled orbital agirodrinda, it does not involved in bond formation. So those 2 electrons are present as a lone pair. What is UP? Unpaired electron. If a single electron is present on an atom, then you can call it as unpaired electron. So BP, LP, UP, bonded pair, lone pair, and the unpaired electrons. Now conjugation here is between pi and lone pair electron. So the second conjugation may be between pi bond and a lone pair, and the third one I'll give. So it may be between, see here, double bond, single bond, and a positive charge. This is also one type of conjugation. The conjugation may be between double bond and a positive charge. Pi bond and a positive charge. Pi bond and a positive charge. ನಡುವೆ ಕೂಡ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಲ್ಟರ್ನೇಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಕಾಂಜುಗೇಷನ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ fourth conjugation here. Fourth one. So there may be a conjugation between, see here, double bond and a negative charge. double bond and a negative charge. Double bond and a negative charge are present at the alternate position. This is also one more type of conjugation. So molecule must be cyclic, planar, conjugation. Cyclic, containing closed chain which may contain only carbon atoms or along with the carbon one or two hetero atoms. What do you mean by planar? All the atoms must be present on a same plane. What do you mean by conjugation? At the alternate position, pi bonds. At the alternate position, pi bond and a lone pair. At the alternate position, pi bond and a positive charge. At the alternate position, pi bond and a negative charge. One more is there. C double bond C, single bond double bond C and a single electron. Unpaired electron, you can call it as a free radical. Next concept cell ಓದ್ತೀರಾ ಇದನ್ನ free radical. Single electron if it is present, then you can say unpaired electron. So conjugation between double bond and a unpaired electron. So there are 5 types of conjugation that you can find in a given molecule. Pi to pi conjugation, pi and lone pair conjugation, pi bond and a positive charge conjugation, pi bond and a negative charge conjugation, pi bond and a single electron, unpaired electron conjugation. So these are the types of conjugations that you can find in a given molecule. So when it completes these 3 conditions, the last condition is it must containing 4n plus 2 pi electrons. Now you give the value of n here. What is the n value here? N value when it is 0 here, 2 pi electrons. And when n is equal to 1, n is equal to 1, hakadre 4 plus 2, 6 pi electrons and 10 pi electrons. Like that, you will get the number of pi electrons. So, Huckel rule says that a given molecule, if it is cyclic, planar and conjugated containing 4n plus 2 pi electrons, means it may containing 2 pi electrons, 6 pi electrons, 10 pi electrons, then that compound is aromatic in nature. Then that compound will be aromatic in nature, and that is the statement called Huckel rule. So let me give whether the given compound is aromatic or not. So here consider benzene ring, and here we have at the alternate position we have double bond. Okay, now is it this compound is cyclic? Yes, this is cyclic because the carbon chain is a closed chain of carbon atom. Is it planar? Yes, it is planar because double bonded carbon atoms are there. Double bonded carbon atoms means they undergo sp2 hybridization. Therefore, all the 6 carbon atoms and the 6 hydrogen atoms are lay in one plane. Whether it is conjugated or not, yes, it is conjugated because here is a conjugation between double and a single bond. This type of conjugation is there in a molecule. Now, what is left? How many pi electrons are present? So that we have to calculate. Now, how many pi bonds are here? 1, 2, 3. 3 pi bonds into 2 electrons. 1 pi bond means 2 electrons. How many pi bonds are present? 3 pi bonds. Therefore, how many pi electrons? 6 pi electrons. 6 pi electrons. According to 4n plus 2 pi electrons, it satisfies the rule. So, it satisfies the Huckel rule. Therefore, it is aromatic. So, this benzene is aromatic, and this aromatic compound is homocyclic and containing benzene ring. Hence, it belongs to what? Aromatic benzenoid aromatic compound. This is homocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound. Correct? Now, let me give one more example. Toluene. Toluene is an example. This is also aromatic because this side chain is not considered. We have to consider only the cyclic structure. And what about this? What about this? at the alternate position, we have to write the double bond here. At the alternate position, we have to write the double bond in the anthracene. This is anthracene. This is anthracene. Let me give this double bond here. Three closed chain rings. So here we have double bond at the alternate positions. Here we have double bond at the alternate positions, and here also we have double bond at the alternate positions. See here, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, and here is a double bond, single bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. Like that you can give the complete structure, and here also you will get a, at an alternate position you will get a double bond. So this is about the compound which is containing two benzene ring here, and there are three benzene ring here. Now we have to check whether these compounds are aromatic or not. Yes, conjugation is there between pi bond and a sigma bond, pi bond and a pi bond, because pi bond and a single bond is present at alternate position. Now the molecule is planar and it is cyclic because the carbon atoms undergo sp2 hybridization. Now how many pi electrons are present here? How many pi bonds are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pi bonds into 2 electrons. 1 pi bond means 2 electrons, therefore it gives 10 electrons. 10 electrons. So 10 pi electrons, when n is equal to 2, you will get 10 pi electrons. When n is equal to 3, you will get 14 pi electrons. So look at here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is also cyclic, conjugated, containing 7 pi bonds, and it is 2 electron, gives 14 pi electrons. So all these are aromatic in nature. So these are the aromatic compounds where we have the benzene ring. Hence they are called benzenoid aromatic compounds. Benzenoid aromatic compounds are further classified into two types, monocyclic and polycyclic. Only one ring structure is there, then it is called monocyclic. More than one ring structure is there, then you can call it as polycyclic. So monocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound is benzene, toluene. Even you can give many of the examples here. Phenol you can give, benzoic acid you can give. So many of the compounds you can give it as monocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound, and these two are the polycyclic benzenoid aromatic compounds. Now, what do you mean by benzenoid aromatic compounds? They are the homocyclic aromatic compounds containing at least one benzene ring. So, the homocyclic aromatic compounds containing at least one benzene ring are called benzenoid aromatic compounds. Benzenoid aromatic compounds are further classified into two types. One is, what is that? Monocyclic and polycyclic. Monocyclic, polycyclic. So one more example is here you can give as I have given anthracene. So this is anthracene. So this is anthracene, that is anthracene is a tricyclic, means which containing more than one benzene ring, polycyclic compound. Now let me write the same tricyclic compound in different way. So this is tricyclic. Why it is tricyclic? Because containing two benzene ring. Give an example for bicyclic benzenoid aromatic compound. Bicyclic benzenoid aromatic compound means you can give the example of, what is this? Naphthalene. Naphthalene. Naphthalene is an example. Give an example for tricyclic benzenoid aromatic. Then you can give anthracene, and even you can give this as a this is phenanthrene. Phenanthrene. So, what is the difference between anthracene and phenanthrene? Both are containing three benzene rings. Both are tricyclic benzenoid aromatic, but it is linear and it is what? Angular. So, give an example for linear tricyclic anthracene. Give an example for angular tricyclic, that is phenanthrene. So, these are the example for aromatic compounds, benzenoid aromatic compounds which containing benzene ring. Okay, now let us move on to the second category, non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So, non-benzenoid homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. Homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So, homocyclic aromatic compound that does not containing benzene ring. No doubt they are homocyclic, no doubt they are aromatic, but they are not containing benzene ring. Okay, I'll repeat, homocyclic, they must be aromatic, they must be homocyclic, but they do not containing benzene ring. Such type of compounds are called homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Aromatic ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, cyclic ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಆದರೆ benzene ring ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. But it must be aromatic. Aromaticity, that we have to aromatic character na check ಮಾಡಬೇಕು on the basis of Hückel rule. If it satisfies that, then we can go for the compound as a aromatic, and it must be non-benzenoid. Let me give the example for this. So, this is an example for so how many carbon atoms are here? 7 carbon atoms are in the ring. 7 carbon atoms. So count the number of carbon atoms. There are 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cycloheptane. Cycloheptane containing these 3 what? Double bonds. If I put double bonds here, then it is not conjugated, because double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond and a single bond. This is not aromatic, but it is cyclic, and it is containing 6 pi electrons, and molecule is not planar, because this carbon gives sp3 hybridization, remaining carbon atoms gives sp2 hybridization, therefore it is not planar. And the most important is it is not conjugated. Conjugation complete agala. Therefore, it is not aromatic, but this compound is aromatic. This compound is aromatic. Tropolone. Tropolone is an example for homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So, homocyclic but auction is the but this auction is not present in a ring structure. This auction is not present in a ring structure, hence it is homocyclic. No doubt the ring structure is made up of only carbon atoms. Auction is present outside the chain, outside the ring structure. Therefore, it is homocyclic, non-benzenoid, benzene ringilla, non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Now we have to check whether it is aromatic or not. Now this carbon also becomes sp2 hybridized. Therefore, the molecule becomes planar, cyclic, planar. Is there conjugation? Yes, there is a conjugation. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond. There is a conjugation. Now, is it satisfies the Huckel rule? That we have to check. So, to look at the Huckel rule, if it satisfies 4n plus 2 pi electrons, so we have to consider the pi bond present inside the ring structure. We cannot consider this pi bond into the 4n plus 2 pi electrons. So, inside this structure, how many pi bonds are there? 3 pi bonds. 3 pi bonds into 2 electrons. How many pi electrons? 6 pi electrons. It satisfies the Huckel rule. So, it is cyclic, planar, conjugated, containing 6 pi electrons. Hence, tropolone is an example for homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Let me give one more example here. One more example. So, this is an example for, another example for the homocyclic aromatic. So, this is conjugation now. So, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. So, this is called azulene. Azulene. Azulene is an example for, again, homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound because it is cyclic, planar, conjugation. Then we have to check 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. How many pi electrons are there? Pi bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pi bonds and 2 electrons. 1 pi bond means 2 electrons, total 10 electrons. It satisfies the Huckel rule. Therefore, this is aromatic. So, what type of aromatic compound? Non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So, remember the examples. So, tropolone, azulene is an example for the non-benzenoid homocyclic aromatic compound. So, let me give one more example. Not only the neutral molecules, cations and anions are also act as homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So, let me give one more example. This is also aromatic and this is also aromatic and this is also aromatic. 1, 2, 3 and a positive charge. So heptatriene, cycloheptatriene is not aromatic, but cation of cycloheptatriene is aromatic. So now what is the name of this? Cyclopropynyl. Propynyl cation. Propene means containing one double bond. You remove terminal E and add YL. it becomes propenyl group. So cyclopropenyl cation. And what about this? Cyclopent dienyl anion. Cyclopent dienyl anion. Cyclopent dienyl anion. This is cycloheptadienyl cation. You know what do you mean by cation and anion? Atom are a group of atoms possessing positive charges cation, which possess a negative charge, then it is called anion. Now, is the cyclopropenyl cation is homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic? Yes. These compound not containing benzene ring, but we need to check whether it is aromatic or not, because all these are homocyclic containing only carbon atoms in a ring structure. Now let me give whether it is aromatic or not. Is it cyclic? Yes, it is cyclic. Is it planar? Yes, it is planar, because the molecule undergoing the sp2 hybridization, there is a double bond here. Now there is a conjugation here, double bond, single bond and a positive charge. I mentioned the conjugation may be between pi bond and a positive charge. So then how many pi bonds are there? 1 pi bond into 2 electrons. Then how many pi electrons? 2 pi electrons are there in a given cation. Hence it is aromatic. It is aromatic. Now look at here, cyclopent dienyl. So double bond, single bond, negative charge. Here is a conjugation, complete conjugation is there, and 4 electrons, since the negative charge is present on this carbon and the carbon belongs to ring structure, you can consider these 2 electrons also. Total 2 pi bonds into 2 electrons plus 2 electrons from the negative charge, total 6 pi electrons. Since the carbon belongs to ring structure, a negative charge is present on this carbon. It's nothing but a pair of electron, which is nothing but 2 pi electrons. Therefore, total number of pi electrons will be 6 pi electrons. 4 are from 2 pi bonds and 2 electrons are from negative charge. Now, therefore, this is also aromatic in nature. What about here? Here is a conjugation between pi bond and a positive charge. How many pi electrons? 6 pi electrons, because positive charge is there on the carbon. So positive charge indicates electron deficiency. No electrons are here. We have to consider only 3 pi bonds, that is 6 pi bonds are there. Therefore, it is also aromatic. So these are the examples for homocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So homocyclic compounds are classified into 2 types, alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Aromatic compounds are further classified into 2 types, benzenoid aromatic and non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. Benzenoid aromatic compounds and non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So this is about the classification of homocyclic compounds into 2 categories. So the next one is classification of heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds. Heterocyclic compounds. So further they are classified into 2 types. I have given this alicyclic and aromatic. Okay, now aromatic further classified as benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Benzenoid and non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. So let me give the examples here. Alicyclic heterocyclic compound. Alicyclic heterocyclic compound, you can take the example of, what is this? Tetrahydrofuran. So tetrahydrofuran, THF. Tetrahydrofuran, THF, tetrahydrofuran, and it is also called oxacyclopentane. Oxacyclopentane. 5 atoms are in a ring structure. Therefore, oxacyclopentane. So, is it heterocyclic? Yes, it is heterocyclic because along with the 4 carbon atoms, 1 oxygen atom is present in the given cyclic structure. The compound containing 4 carbon atoms and also 1 oxygen atom in a ring structure. Therefore, it is the heterocyclic compound. And the second one example I can give. This is tetrahydrothiophene. Tetrahydrothiophene is an example for heterocyclic alicyclic compound. Okay, heterocyclic alicyclic compound. Even you can give, this is oxacyclopropane, and this compound is also called oxirane. This compound is also called oxirane. So, oxacyclopropane, and these compounds are also called epoxy. Oxy. O is there in a ring structure, hence they are also called epoxy ethane. What is the name of this? Epoxy butane. 4 carbon atoms are there. You can name it as epoxy butane, and this is epoxy ethane. And it is also called oxirane. And one more compound I can give. So, oxacyclobutane or oxetone, it is also called, or epoxy propane. Why it is epoxy propane? 3 carbon atoms are there. So, all these are example for heterocyclic alicyclic. One more example you can take, pyrrolidine. See here, it may also contain nitrogen, not only the oxygen and the sulfur, it may also contain nitrogen. Pyrrolidine is an example for the heterocyclic alicyclic compound, and it is also named as tetrahydropyrrole. Another name for this is pyrrolidine, is also called tetrahydropyrrole. Pyrrole is a compound where we have double bond. If we remove the double bond, bond na remove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ we have to add 4 hydrogen atoms. Hence it is tetrahydropyrrole. This is tetrahydrofuran. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ double bond ಬರೆದ್ರೆ it becomes ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫ್ಯೂರಾನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So here in a heteroatoms, on an heteroatoms there is a pair of electrons. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, and these heteroatoms containing pair of electrons on it, and these electrons are called lone pair of electrons. So heteroatoms ಎಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್, ಸಲ್ಫರ್, ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್, all these containing pair of electrons. So tetrahydrofuran, tetrahydrothiophene, thio stands for sulfur, and oxacyclopropane, oxacyclobutane, oxirane, you can also call it as oxirane, and it is also called oxacyclopentane, oxalone. So this is also called oxalane. So oxirane is trimer, cycloprop is oxirane, cyclobute is oxetone, and oxalane is cyclopent. Pent means containing 5 atoms in a ring structure. Oxiranes 3 atoms, oxetone 4 atoms, and oxolane containing 5 atoms. So simple name ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಟೈಟ್ರಾಹೈಡ್ರೋಫ್ಯೂರಾನ್, ಟೆಟ್ರಾಹೈಡ್ರೋಥಯೋಫಿನ್, oxacyclopropane, oxacyclobutane you can name, epoxyethane, epoxypropane, you can also name it as epoxybutane, and this is pyrrolidine or tetrahydropyrrole. So these are the examples for heterocyclic alicyclic compound. Now how to define this? So these are the heterocyclic compounds which shows the properties of aliphatic compounds but containing one or two heteroatoms in a ring structure, and they are cyclic in nature, containing a ring structure, and that ring structure containing carbon atoms along with one or two heteroatoms. So such compounds are called heterocyclic alicyclic compounds. Means they are not aromatic, they are alicyclic. They shows the properties of aliphatic compounds. So the properties of these compounds are very similar to that of aliphatic compounds. Hence they are heterocyclic alicyclic compound. Now we can move on to heterocyclic aromatic benzenoid and non-benzenoid. So heterocyclic benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Let me give the example. Now look at the examples. These are the examples for heterocyclic non-benzenoid, heterocyclic non-benzenoid. These are the examples. Heterocyclic benzenoid, so benzenoid and non-benzenoid, benzenoid and non-benzenoid. Now you classify which is benzenoid and which is non-benzenoid here. Okay. Now these compounds, this one and this one. First we have to check whether these containing benzene ring. Yes, they are heterocyclic compound as a ring structure containing nitrogen atom along with the carbon. Second point, they are cyclic, no doubt, containing at least one benzene ring. Now we have to check whether these are aromatic or not. Yes, this is aromatic because here is a conjugation in a compound. Cl, double and a triple bond benzene is already conjugated. Double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, pair of electron and a single bond. So here pair of electron is present on a nitrogen which belongs to the ring. Therefore, we need to consider the lone pair of electron as a pi electron. So total number of pi electrons here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pi bonds, 8 electrons plus 2 electrons, 10 pi electrons are there. Therefore, it is aromatic. What type of aromatic? Heterocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound. So, when a compound is heterocyclic containing at least one benzene ring, and if it satisfies the Huckel rule, then those compounds are called heterocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound. Now, look at this compound. What is the name of this compound? So, indole. Indole is the name of this compound. Indole. And this is called quinoline. Quinoline. And this is isoquinoline. isoquinoline. So these are the examples for benzenoid aromatic. This compound containing isoquinoline containing benzene ring, and the quinoline is also containing benzene ring. So whether it is heterocyclic or not, yes, this is heterocyclic because along with the carbon atoms, the chain, the closed chain containing nitrogen atom. Therefore, these two compounds are also heterocyclic, but we have to check whether it is aromatic or not. How many pi bonds are here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 pi bonds means 10 pi electrons. 10 pi electrons, and it also containing 10 pi electrons. Therefore, these two are also aromatic in nature. So they are planar conjugated containing 10 pi electrons, and hence they are aromatic. So give an example for heterocyclic benzenoid aromatic compound. Indole you can give isoquinoline and quinoline as an example. Now, here in these compounds, we are not having any benzene ring, but they are heterocyclic. Why they are heterocyclic? Along with the carbon, they are containing nitrogen atoms. Here we have one nitrogen, and here we have two nitrogen atoms. What is this compound? Pyridine. This is pyrimidine. Pyrimidine. Pyridine, pyrimidine. And this is furan. And this is thiophene, and this is pyrrole. This is pyrrole. So look at the heterocyclic compounds. So pyridine, pyrimidine, furan, thiophene and pyrrole. All these are heterocyclic compounds. So they are cyclic and they are conjugated. Here is a conjugation, double bond, single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. Here is a conjugation. Here is also a conjugation, double bond, single bond, pair of electron, lone pair of electron, single bond, double bond. Here is a conjugation, here is a conjugation, here is a conjugation. Now we have to look at whether it satisfies 4n plus 2 pi electron rule. Yes, here we have 3 pi bonds, therefore 6 pi electrons, and here also 6 pi electrons. These two satisfies the Huckel rule, therefore they are aromatic. What type of aromatic? Heterocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So the heterocyclic compounds which are aromatic but not containing benzene ring are called heterocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compounds. I'll repeat the definition. Heterocyclic compounds which are aromatic but not containing benzene ring are called heterocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Now, what about the 4n plus 2 pi electrons to furan, thiophene and pyrrole? 2 pi bonds plus 2 electrons from the lone pair of heteroatoms. Total 6 pi electrons. Here also it contains 6 pi electrons. Here also it contains 6 pi electrons. So 2 pi electrons, 4 pi electrons plus 2 electrons which are present on the heteroatom. We have to consider it as a pi electrons because this oxygen belongs to what? Cyclic structure. So this also containing 6 pi electrons, this also containing 6 pi electrons, and these lone pair of electrons are involved in conjugation. Hence we need to consider these 2 electrons as a pi electrons. So therefore it satisfies the Huckel rule, and hence furan, thiophene and pyrrole are aromatic in nature. What type of aromatic? Heterocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. Heterocyclic non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So let me give the complete classification of organic compounds based on what? Based on carbon skeleton. So let me give the complete flow chart of this classification. Complete flow chart. Once again, let me write. Remember one example to each class of compounds. Each class of compounds. So let me give the classification, complete classification. Organic compounds This is the classification based on what? Nature of the carbon chain are based on the carbon skeleton. So this is acyclic, open chain, or aliphatic compounds. Aliphatic compounds. Further, it is classified into two types. What are those? Saturated and unsaturated compounds. Saturated compounds. You can take the example as here alkanes with the general formula CnH2n plus 2. Okay, now unsaturated compounds, you can further give the examples as alkenes and alkynes. Alkenes and alkynes with the general formula CnH2n, where n is the number of carbon atoms, CnH2n minus 2. So this is the classification under acyclic or open chain or aliphatic compounds. Aromatic. The word aromatic is also derived from the Greek word aroma. Aroma means the aromatic compounds are having characteristic sweet smell. Aroma means sweet smell. Therefore, the compounds are called aromatic compounds. So, closed chain are cyclic or closed chain are ring compounds. Ring compounds. Now, further it is classified into two types. Further it is classified into two types. Homocyclic and heterocyclic compounds. Homocyclic, heterocyclic, and it is carbocyclic compounds. Carbocyclic compounds. Further, it is classified into two types. Alicyclic and aromatic. Aromatic compounds and alicyclic compounds. Okay, now heterocyclic compounds are also classified into two types. Heterocyclic compounds that are aromatic, alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. So alicyclic compounds and aromatic compounds. Okay, now further in both the heterocyclic and homocyclic compounds, further aromatic compounds are classified into two types. What are those? What are those? They are benzenoid aromatic and non-benzenoid aromatic. Benzenoid aromatic, non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So this is about the flow chart classification based on carbon chain or the carbon skeleton. So look at the flow chart once. Broadly classified into two types, open chain and a closed chain. Saturated and unsaturated. In open chain, alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. We can give the example for unsaturated alkenes and alkynes. And in closed chain compounds, homocyclic, heterocyclic, depending on the nature of the atoms present in a ring structure. Further, they are classified as alicyclic and aromatic. Aromatic once again classified into two types, benzenoid and non-benzenoid aromatic compound. So just to remember one example each to the class of organic compounds, and this is the classification of organic compounds based on carbon chain or the carbon skeleton. And in the next class, let us discuss the classification of organic compounds based on functional groups. Okay, thank you.